funny how the story goes, little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd. Listen the rhythm, I'm feeling brand new. Keep pushing forward, it's gonna save you. Never look down, love, not when we shine so bright. The sun is getting warmer, but when we soar away among the clouds, the sky is just a border. But when we're floating up like helium, sip me up like lemonade. We both know it's bittersweet. The sorrowness will bite your tongue. No one is forever young. No. Listen the rhythm, I'm feeling brand new. Keep pushing forward, it's gonna save you. Never look down, love, not when we shine so bright. I know the sun is getting warmer, but when we soar away among the clouds, the sky is just a border. But when we're floating up like helium,
Hello there and welcome to the stream. Today we are back with our Ultimate Decades Challenge and we are in part B of our 1384. We are going to be jumping in and seeing Xavier Arundel. He is going to be continuing on trying to build up his relationship with the sim that we had left off in our stream yesterday. You know, he had started a relationship with Halima, and he asked her if he could court her, and she was like, yeah, no, I'm not down. So he decided to start trying to talk to the other lady. I think her name was Ilara, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. We'll take a look. But they had started getting some romance, and so we're going to progress that relationship today, and hopefully they will be able to make something of that, because we do need to get him married, and he needs to go ahead and continue on with that. We do need him getting in a relationship so that he can secure a line and start having himself a bit of a legacy. So we are going to be progressing in that in today's part, as well as we have some birthdays that are coming down the way. I do think we have some births that are going to be coming, and we have some historical facts that we're going to be going over in today's part. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. I hope you guys are doing great today, and we are going to be enjoying ourselves a nice Sunday stream. So let's jump in. So right now we are here with Danica and her husband Henry. They had tried for a little bit of a baby, but we are just going to go ahead and jump on over. We're going to go to the Goodwell home because we need to age up some of our Sims. Barbetta Goodwell needs to age up. She is obviously in the home with Diana and Roger, as we know. She is aging up into a toddler today, so we are going to go see Barbetta and see if she can age up into a toddler. For that, as we know, toddlers can't roll a 1, 4, 8, 12, or a 15, or they die. So we will be pulling up our dice once we get in to see Barbetta, and we're going to give that a roll and see how she fares. Hopefully she will do okay. I'm hoping that our birthdays are going to go pretty good and that we're not going to be losing very many, or, you know, however that goes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think this is Barbetta here. Yes, it is. So this is Barbetta here laying on the floor. She's just looking real precious here in her little PJs. But we are going to go ahead and open up our dice, and we are going to see if Barbetta can age up to a toddler. Let's go ahead and give that a roll and see how she fares. She rolls an 18 and does survive. She will be getting 16 more days. So let's go ahead and jump into cast with her, and we'll age her up to a toddler. All right, so she was a wiggly infant. As a toddler, Barbetta is going to have the traits of independent and having an easy temperament. We love that for her. That is going to be fantastic. She obviously has red hair. The whole family has red hair except for little Kingsley Goodwell, which we know he aged up with brown hair. I don't know where the brown hair came from, but everyone else in the family is a redhead. So let's go ahead and just give her a little bit of blush and some eyelashes. And then we're going to get her in her purple outfits and get her photo for the family tree. All right, so there is little Barbetta Goodwell. Let's get her photo. She's super cute. And we are now going to go see Florence Von Schwann and Byron Von Schwann. They are twins over in the Von Schwann family, and we're going to be aging them up to toddlers and seeing how they fare. So let's go see the Von Schwann family. Look how cute they look. Oh, she's pouting. Poor little Edith is feeling pretty sad over the death of a loved one. We do have some mourning in the family here, which is super tragic. That's because, as we know, they all lost their mom. So everyone is feeling pretty sad right now in this household, which is not at all, you know, good for them to be dealing with. But we are going to head over to Forgotten Hollow here in Transylvania, and we're going to go see the Von Schwann family, and we're going to be aging up Florence, and we're going to be aging up Byron. Now for them, they can't roll a 4 or an 18. So we will roll and see if they are going to be able to age up. We are going to roll for Florence first. Where is little Florence? Here's little Florence. So let's go ahead and pull up our dice. And like I said, they can't roll a 4 or an 18. So let's go ahead and give that a roll. And she's good, and we'll get 16 more days. Byron is up here next to the bed, And we will roll for little Byron. Byron rolls and gets a 17, so he is also safe. Both of them will get 16 more days. So let's go ahead and hop into cast with them and age them up to toddlers as well. All right, so we are going to do Florence first. Florence is a calm infant, and as a toddler, she's going to age up and get the traits of intelligent and always sleepy. Let's go ahead and give her a little bit of a makeover here. We're gonna have to change her hair up. I think let's do this hair for her and give her little makeover. And as we know, the Von Schwans do wear orange. All right, so there is Florence Von Schwan. Let's get her photo. She's got really, really dark brown eyes. And then for Byron, he also was a calm infant. And as a toddler, he's going to age up and get the traits of always hungry and plucky. And let's give him his quick little makeover here. And get him in his orange. All right, there is Byron Von Schwan. They actually have the same eyes. All right, let's go ahead now and hop back into the game. I will add them to the timeline of when they're going to be aging up again. And we are going to head over and see Florence Arundel, and it is time for her to age up to a child. Florence, as we know, is Xavier's little one, so we're going to go to the main household now and see Florence. All right, let's go see Florence. Okay, so we have arrived here. This is little Florence Arundel. She is going to be aging up into a child. For that, she can't roll a 4 or a 13. So we are going to go ahead and pull up our dice, and we are going to give that a roll and see how she fares. Let's roll the dice. She rolls a 10 and does survive. She is going to get 28 more days. Let's go ahead and we will age her up to a child now. And then we will hop into cast with her, and we will give her her makeover and get her photo for the family tree. And she got lots of gifts in the mail. All right, let's see you in cast, little one. And let's add her to the family tree when she's going to be aging up to a teenager next. All right. So she did age up with some strange hair color here that I'm going to have to fix, but she also aged up as a creative genius. She is detached, a geek, and proper. And let's go ahead and we're going to just fix her hair here. The hair is actually okay. I'm just going to change the color because obviously she is a redhead. So I think the hairstyle itself is okay, but we're just going to give her her proper hair color. And then I'm going to go ahead and give her her details for her skin here. And as we know, we are the Arendelle family. The Arendelle family color is blue. So we'll put her in her blue outfits. All right, so there is Florence Arendelle. Let's get her photo for the family tree. And we are going to go ahead and jump into the game, and we are going to play with Xavier and Florence now. We're going to see about Xavier and his love interest and carry on with them. We don't have any more birthdays for this portion of the day. We are currently in July of 1384. And so we're going to continue on with the year here and progressing Xavier's interest in his female friend there. I will go ahead and show you kind of where he's at with that. So he's feeling very flirty. She's actually still over here. Her name is Elmira Nasir. They do have a pretty decent romantic relationship. He knows that she is a glutton, she is loyal, and she is a child of the islands. They are sweethearts. It says the foundation of a strong friendship has forged a lasting love. She is his girlfriend. He did ask her to be his girlfriend. She did say yes. So they are boyfriend and girlfriend, and he does perceive her as extremely attractive. I do think that he is going to go ahead and he's going to propose at table. Let's do that and see what that looks like. I think that is actually a new animation that I have not seen before. She's asking him if they can live together. He's going to go ahead and say, yeah, I would love that. That might be a little bit forward coming from her actually in this day and age. That she would be like, let's live together. And he's going to tell her like, yeah, I think that's going to be great that we would live together, because he is about to propose to her anyway. So I think that would be okay, because he's about to ask her like, I want you to spend your life with me. I want to marry you. I want you to be my wife. And so obviously they're going to be living together anyway. It ignored that I said that, yes, I would love that. So they didn't move in together. I don't really know what the deal is with that. I guess the game was like, no, you're not having it. It can't happen. Are you going to propose like I asked you to do? Propose at the table. Elmira is asking for Xavier's hand in marriage. Accept. Now she's proposing to him. Okay, I asked him to propose to her, and instead she proposed to him. So she's really keen on him. We are proposed, or they've gotten engaged because she proposed to him. She is feeling some kind of way with him. Let's go ahead. We are going to travel, and we're going to get them married. That's what we're going to do. So let's travel with her, and let's also travel with Juliana Meshram. I want her obviously to paint a painting for us. Maybe she can paint our, oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I was going to say maybe she can paint our portrait, but you know what? We'll just say never mind. He already has his portrait painted of his first wife, and that's where his tombstone's going to go when he passes away. So we won't actually go ahead and get their portrait painted. It'll be fine. So we are going to go, though, to the church here in Windenburg. We're going to have them get married and officially tie the knot there in the church here, and hopefully they can go ahead and start their lives together. I say hopefully, like they're not going to actually get married. She totally just sprung it on him that she wanted to get married to him, so I don't know any reason why that actually wouldn't take place. Let's go ahead and go get married to her. I don't see any reason why that actually wouldn't happen, other than the fact that he is very, very tired right now. Unless he passes out at the altar, I think they actually will tie the knot. So we'll have them go ahead and get married here. All those feelings of guilt over his deceased spouse seemed to have left him. He's feeling really flirty, really confident about moving forward with this relationship. He's feeling like this is a really good match for him and that he can be happy with this new relationship. And he's hoping that it's going to bring him a lot of joy and a lot of success, that he's going to be able to have a significant match with her, and that he's going to be able to have more children and be able to have a legacy with her, that hopefully they will have lots of children and that he'll have an heir, because he does not have that as of yet. He has Florence, obviously, but she can't carry on the family name, and so he does need a son. So he is exchanging his vows with her. They are promising to love one another, and, you know, they're going to be super happy together, I think. She seems very thrilled about it. All right, let's move them in together. Here's Elmira. Let's move her in over here. And we love that. She is with us now. We are super thrilled about it. We're going to send everybody home, and then we will have them go ahead and consummate their marriage and try for their first child. Obviously, we want to do that because they are the main household, and so they do need to go ahead and try for a baby and see if they can get started with a family on the way. I don't know if she was really expecting to get knocked up immediately after getting married, but you know, that is kind of how that's going to go down. So we are going to try for a baby with her, and hopefully that will be successful. All right, so we are back to the house. I am just going to have Xavier approach her, and he is going to just be a little bit frisky with her, and then we are going to maybe give her a little bit of an embrace, and then he's going to basically just tell her, I would really, really like for us to go and consummate our marriage, and I would like for us to try for a baby. And she hopefully will be on board with that. She's like, oh, Xavier. All right, Florence is upstairs. She's playing a little bit of chess, which is fantastic. Is there a bed up here for Florence to sleep in? That is the question. There is definitely a bed for the parents. It does not look like there is a bed for... Oh, dear. So we don't have a bed any... Florence discovered a fire. Florence, can you put the fire out? No, but you can call the fire department. Are they going to go ahead and woohoo while there's a fire in the house? Yeah, they are. They're like, we don't even care. Like, we do not even care that there's a fire in the house. We are getting busy. That is hilarious. They don't even care. They're like, the house could burn to the ground, but we have business to attend to. Meanwhile, Florence is downstairs freaking out. She's like, oh my God, the house is on fire. The fire department has put it out. I mean, that's not really realistic, but I mean, she couldn't put it out, and her parents were upstairs getting it on. So I don't know why this has happened. Let's replace these things that have burned up. We have the money to do that, so we'll just replace that. He has definitely, you know, he's like, I don't even care. I don't even care about the house. Right now, I have one thing in mind. Anyway, as I was saying, there's not a bed for Florence to sleep in. All we have are the toddler beds, so I am going to need to put a bed in here for Florence to sleep in. She's feeling quite tired, so I am going to give her a bed. So let me do that really quickly. We can change one of these toddler beds out to a big bed. I don't think we have one in our inventory. No, we don't. All right, so we will put one of these beds in our inventory, and we will get Florence a bed. What bed do I want to get her? I don't really know. Maybe like this frame. Does this bed go here? No, it doesn't. Does this bed? No. Nope. That's a toddler bed. Top bunk. Where is the bed for this? That's a toddler one. All of these are toddler beds. Where is the mattress for that bed? Okay, that's not gonna work. Let me sell that. And let me look in this section. How about this bed? All right, let's see if she can go and sleep here because she's feeling pretty tired. We're going to let Xavier go down and grab himself something to eat. Hopefully there's food downstairs and he can get some food. Not sure if anyone has cooked anything, so there's that. Are there leftovers? Yeah, there are. Let's get him some leftovers. And Elmira, honey, let's take you in here and you can take a pregnancy test. We'll get you to pee on some wheat. It is Easter, so we do need to attend a holiday ceremony with the family. So we will be doing that in a little while. It is only 6 o'clock in the morning. So, and she is pregnant. Okay, that's amazing news. We love that. That happened fast. She's going to go and she's going to tell him that she is expecting. He's going to be thrilled about that because obviously we do need to expand the family. And she's going to be like, well, we're expanding. So I'm going to have her tell him that she is pregnant. And then we're going to have her come and make some food. Breakfast, I guess. Turnip soup for breakfast. Not ideal, but it is what it is. So she's going to go tell him that she is expecting, and we'll see how he feels about that. Why is there butter on the table? I don't really know, but let's put that in the fridge. She's like, I'm having a baby. And he's like, oh my gosh, that is such great news. And he is ecstatic after hearing about a new family member. We are ecstatic about that news as well. We absolutely love it. So she's happy about the baby. He's happy about the baby. Everyone is thrilled to hear about it. I don't know how Florence is going to feel about it, but it is what it is. Let's get her some leftovers as well, so she can eat something. And Xavier, honey, you are feeling just straight up shattered. You probably should go and get yourself a little bit of rest. He's like, yeah, I probably should. You're probably right. But are you going to do that? No, you're probably just going to go outside and get busy working. But I really do think you should get a little bit of rest. All right, so she's cooking a little bit of turnip soup. Obviously, we want her getting some cooking skill up. I don't think she has any cooking skill. She has a level 2 cooking skill. So she's going to need to practice her cooking and get a little bit better at that. Let's go ahead and put this in the fridge so we can just, hold on to that for later. And I'm going to have her go ahead and maybe go out foraging. We definitely need foraging items. So I'm going to send her out foraging. And obviously he went hunting, and so he has some hunting items. She's going to go foraging and get some foraging items. That way we have things that we can, cook with. Hopefully she'll get some seeds so we can make flour and things of that nature. And she's hysterical. Let's not be hysterical, maybe. I don't know how I feel about you being hysterical. I don't think that anyone can die from being hysterical, because I think I have that option turned off in the game, but it's not necessarily a risk I like taking. All right, Florence is up. She's just going to go and grab herself a little bit of a bite to eat. Once Elmira gets back from her foraging, we will hop into cast with her. I'm just going to change her name to Arendelle and give her her makeover with her blue outfit. We'll get her photo for the family tree, and then we're going to send them all off to the ceremony. So we are loving that. She is just about back, and then we'll do that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's hop into cast with her and give her her makeover, change her name to Arendelle, and get her photo for the family tree, because I do want to be able to put her on the family tree. And then they're all going to attend a holiday ceremony. Let's give her some traits too. Let's give her genius and Horticulturist. Let's do that. All right, and let's go ahead and we will change your name to Arendelle. I'm going to write down that your name was Nassar. All right, and your new name is Arendelle, and you are going to be in the color blue. Okay, that's blue already, so that's perfectly fine. Is she already in a lot of blue? Like, maybe? So we'll just leave her actually in what she's wearing because it's already blue and I dig it. So let's go ahead and get her photo. And now we will hop back into the game. And so I'm going to add her to the family tree. Elmira Arendelle. And she's going to get 40 days. So 208. There, she will age up. All right, perfect. And Xavier is up. Everyone seems to be in decent shape. It looks like, or maybe he's not up. No, he's still sleeping. But we are going to have them travel to attend the holiday ceremony. Everyone in the family is going to go. Because Florence is old enough now, she actually can go to the holiday ceremony. So that's fantastic. They're all three going to be able to attend the holiday ceremony together for Easter, which is going to be great. As we know, it is winter. I thought the season was changing, but I guess not. When he comes home, I'm going to have him get out here and do some weeding in this garden area because it is in desperate need of us to weed. And let's see what she got. She got some mushrooms, some strawberries, and some acorns. Okay, I don't know that the acorns can help us make anything. So what do we have out here? Raspberries, carrots, basil, spinach, sage, blueberries, onions, potatoes. So let's plant a mushroom and a strawberry here. We'll get her to come out and plant some things. And Xavier's going to weed. So they will work together here. And then when he is done with that, we'll get him to come out and start working on the animals because I think they probably need some TLC. How's the coop? The coop needs to be cleaned. We need to collect some eggs and clean the shed. And then he can start dealing with the horse. She likes gardening. Great. And we have officially entered into August of 1384. I do think that we will probably be having some children being born in this part. There are a lot of community members that are pregnant, I believe. I know we had a lot of babies in the first part, so I don't know how many more babies we'll have in the second part, but I do know there are some that are pregnant. I know that Danica is pregnant, and I know that Catherine, or Caitlin, I'm sorry, Petechia is pregnant, but I'm not exactly sure when they're due. So we'll have to see. She's out here making a snowman. You actually need to come in and eat something, so maybe we'll get you to come in and get something to eat here. Come grab yourself a bite to eat. And then, Xavier, honey, you are desperate for a wee. And he's just like, yeah, I am desperate for a wee, but I'm still out here weeding. And he found a frog in the garden. Okay, well, we love that. Maybe we can put their marriage certificate on the wall. It was just a dirt frog. It's only worth 10 simoleons, but we're going to go ahead and sell that. She's like, oh my gosh, I have morning sickness. This is not ideal. It's probably not the best thing in the world, but it is what it is. I'm going to have Florence go ahead and clean out the spoiled food in the fridge. So as we know, Florence will age up, and we'll find out if she's going to be marrying and all of those things as she ages. And so those things are going to be really exciting to find out if she's going to be marrying as she gets older. And for now, we're just trying to develop her character a little bit and getting her interested in different hobbies and things of that nature. So, I don't know. Maybe I should get her to come out and she can practice archery. I think maybe she might enjoy that. Can you come and clean up a little bit? And help Xavier, because Xavier is still weeding. Why is he taking so long to weed? He's still weeding and nothing is being weeded. Like, I don't understand what happened. He's just weeding forever. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. All right, she's going to help tend to some of the animal things, helping with the coop and the shed. And Xavier is going to go ahead and tend to the horse and then go to the washroom because he is desperate for a wee. And then we will, you know, basically we're just kind of working together as a family here. Elmira doesn't really have a whole lot of skill in this realm. But I think that she's like, I've married into this, and this is something that I want to learn how to do. It's something that I'm willing to kind of take on. Or not. She canceled out everything, so she's like, I don't want to do any of this. Can you, though? Can you clean this coop and collect the eggs and clean the shed? She's like, ugh, if I have to. If I must. And you, why don't you come out and clean the cow and feed the cow and milk the cow? Because you're not really doing anything, Florence. So you can help tend to the animals. Okay? All right, you used the washroom and now you are exhausted. He's like, I need a nap. After all that weeding today, like, holy crap. I mean, I guess. considering it is already 5 o'clock in the evening and we are into September of 1384, time is definitely moving on. We are going to be in our second trimester in 4 hours. Is that 4 hours? 14 hours. It says, when you have everything, when the world is at your fingertips, you have servants to wait on you, and hand and foot, and yet there's something still missing. Amara ought to be happy, but somehow can't. Itching in her pubic area. Okay, that is not okay. Maybe we should send her to the doctor. How do I send her to the doctor? Well, obviously I can't send her anywhere while she's in there cleaning the shed. She's clearly having some issues with her feminine area, and that's not okay. We're going to have to figure that out. She might have to go to the doctor. I realize that is like not something that is really time period appropriate, but for the sake of the game, I may have to do that because I don't know what happens if I don't. She's like, I want a woohoo. Well, you know what? I realize that you want a woohoo with him, but honestly. Honestly, I don't have anything in my game that should be making you need to, like... I guess we'll send you to the Wonderful store and see if we can get you some medicine that way. Like, I don't know what else it could be. I don't know why she would be having issues, honestly. All right, Florence, what's wrong with you? You're tense from the fire? Okay, well, let's get her some shampoo here and see if that helps. Maybe that is part of the problem. We'll give her a bath and see if her problem goes away. I hope that's the problem. I mean, I don't hope that's what's wrong with her, but I hope that fixes her problem, I guess I should say. So we'll see. All right, let's put the rest of these mushrooms and strawberries in the fridge. We also have some eggs that we can put in the fridge, and I'm going to put these acorns in the fridge. We also have some fertilizer I'm just going to sell, and we're going to sell this manure. All right, you go ahead and come and take a bath. Oh yeah, he's acquired crab lice. All right, so I don't know how they've done this, but somehow they have acquired lice. And so he needs to go to the Wonderful store as well, because he's going to need to get himself taken care of. So get up, go to the store. You're both going to have to give yourself a treatment. She's like, are you kidding me? I'm not kidding you. I don't know how you've gotten yourself in this predicament, but here we are, nonetheless. All right, she's had a eureka moment. Being a genius, this gave them a boost to one of their more practiced skills. Okay, great. All right, go get yourself some medication, and then you can have a bath and get yourself all fixed up, because honestly, having this lice is not ideal. I need you to not have this problem, and thankfully we have the money to afford this. If we didn't, that would be a little bit of an issue, but thankfully we do. I don't think I fixed the bathroom upstairs and turned it into a bathroom, like with a second bath. No, I did not. So we'll have to wait. I totally meant to do that, but I forgot. So once she gets out of the bathtub, we'll have him take a bath, and then he can fix his issues. That's what we'll do. Look at her. She's like, I'm just taking my sweet time in here. Yes, you are. Please get out. Because he needs to come take a bath. Get out of the bathtub, please, Elmira. Elmira. Xavier's coming to take a bath. You need to move out of the way. Xavier is really needing some help. No more itching. He has used the shampoo and repelled the lice. Okay, great. All right, are you going outside to mop the puddle? She's like, yes, I am. That's a little bit neurotic, but you do you. All right, so it is 9 o'clock at night. We are just about to head into the next portion of the day here. And when we do, we have a historical fact that we need to go over, as well as some more birthdays that come down the way. I am just going to pull up the historical fact, if I can get that to open up here. Let me see if I can get that to open. All right, let me find the facts. We are in 1384. There we go. And we're just about to head into October of 1384. Is that where our fact is from? No. December, it looks like. All right, when you're done eating, you can go ahead and go get yourself some rest. Not in your daughter's bed, in your bed. He's like, well, you can go sleep in your bed. Elmira, you can go sleep in your bed. And you can go sleep in your bed, please. Everyone needs to go to bed. It is 10 o'clock at night. Elmira is currently in her second trimester in 8 hours time. I don't think we'll be having the baby in this part. I think that she'll probably have the baby in 1385. So that's when we'll be seeing her give birth to this little one. I am really, really hoping that they have a son, because obviously we are going to need an heir. Look at her. She's like, I'm going to go use this shower that no one has ever used. This is fantastic. Florence, you make me so happy. Why don't you come in here and play dolls? She's like, I really need some sleep. Yeah, you do. Go in there and get some rest. I don't know why you're even up. Everyone's Easter was successful for going to the ceremony, which is fantastic. I absolutely love that. And it is officially October of 1384. We have All Fool's Day. Everyone needs to get into a little bit of mischief today. And we are going to be going over a historical fact. So if we go ahead and take a look at our historical fact, let's open that up. Our historical fact says, In December of 1384, the church reformer John Wycliffe dies. John Wycliffe believed the Bible was the only true religious authority and encouraged its translation into English at a time when only Latin was permitted. He was condemned as a heretic by Pope Urban and an English church council, the 6th, and an English church council. After his death, his books were burned and his body was removed from consecrated ground by order of Pope Martin V. Increasing persecution of Lollards, as his followers were known, nonetheless showed that his ideas continued to spread in a popular form. So that is our historical fact for 1384. And we have on our timeline 2 birthdays of our people that are aging up to adults. As we know, it is really, really difficult for them to age up to adults. They do have to roll anything higher than a 7 in order for them to age up to an adult. Anything 1 to 7, they die. So we are going to go over and see Beatrice McNally and see if she can go ahead and become an adult. So let's go ahead and go see Beatrice McNally now. I do believe that Beatrice McNally is still with us. Let me just double check that, because there are times that Beatrice McNally is still with us. Because I was going to say there are times where I have had on here that we need to age someone up and then they're not with us any longer. Beatrice McNally is actually at the monastery. She is one of our nuns. So we're going to go age her up, hopefully, to an adult. I mean, she will definitely age up to an adult, but we'll find out if she's going to survive, and if so, how long. If she doesn't, how long she's going to be with us. So we are going to have to roll the dice for her and hope, among hope, that she rolls higher than a 7. So this is Beatrice McNally here. She's a lovely, lovely sim. We are just going to open up our dice. Not that one. This one. And we're going to give a roll for Beatrice and see that she gets something higher than a 7. So let's go ahead and roll for her. She does. That was super close, though. She got an 8 and survives. She is going to get another 40 days. So we are going to go ahead and age her up to an adult. And we are going to put her on the timeline to have another 40 days. And of course, she gets herself a bunch of gifts sent by family. Beatrice's traits are gloomy, good. She is detached. She is wealthy. She is a quick learner, and she is innocent and a caregiver. I love that for her. All right, and Benjamin wants to like fitness. You can like fitness. I'll let you do that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to add her really quickly to the timeline of having another 40 days. Beatrice McNally. Okay, and we are now going to see Katarina Arundel. I think she's here too. Is she not? No, she's not. Okay, let's go see Katarina Arundel. She is also aging up to a adult. I'm not sure where she lives, though. There she is. All right, so here is Katarina Arundel. We are just going to obviously go ahead and roll for her, see if she is going to be able to roll higher than a 7. So let's go ahead and give that a roll. And she gets a 5. Unfortunately, she is going to have to roll a d10 to see how many years she's going to get with us. She's going to get 9 more years. That's pretty good, actually. That's not shabby. Okay, that's not shabby. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the timeline that she gets 9 more years with us. Katarina Arundel will be passing away in 1393. And we are going to go ahead and age her up to an adult. And for her traits, she is a cat lover, a loner. She is, it says, these Sims are very indifferent and lack understanding of other Sims' emotions. She is the opposite of emotional and sensitive. She is poor. She has high self-esteem. She is alluring. She is a dastardly Sim, and she is a sinister Sim. All right. Look at them. Okay, well, are you not just great? We love that. Why don't you guys do a little bit of mischief with one another? Shove snow at them. That's funny. She's having just a grand old time, and I absolutely love that for her. So we are currently in October of 1384, heading into actually November of 1384 as of right now, actually. So it is November of 1384 now, and we are just moving right along at an alarming speed. These two are just spending a little bit of time together here. We don't spend very much time with this family. I don't think he got his mischief out of his system. So let's let him do, excuse me, a little bit of mischief with her. What can he do with her? He can prank her. Let's slap him silly. Does that mean he's going to actually like slap her? I don't really know. I don't do a whole lot of mischievous actions with them usually. But I mean, it is all, he is going to slap her. Oh my goodness. And she's like, that's funny. She likes pranks. Okay. Well, that's good to know. All right. Well, I'm glad they like that. Oh my gosh. I would not be very happy about that if someone just came up and just like smacked me in my face. I'd be like, who the hell do you think you are? But she seemed okay with it because she likes pranks. And so she thought that was pretty funny. We are actually going to go ahead and we're going to hop over and we are going to go to Transylvania now. And I want to see Archibald Meshram von Schwan. I think he might be a von Schwan. And we're going to see him. He is wanting to go and try to find someone that he can be in a little bit of a relationship with. Not necessarily that he can marry, but he is, as we know, missing having the little girl. He's missing the fact that he she passed away. He doesn't have anyone that he can take care of anymore. And he was really, really digging on that relationship. Not that she was his daughter, but the fact that he had someone to nurture and care for. And he is really kind of missing that. And he is like burning to death. Can we not and say we did? Can you go inside? Okay, thank you. And so basically what we want for him is he wants to find someone that he can potentially have children with. And so we're hoping that he can find someone. Can you get in the house? Go in the house. Like, you're literally standing out in the sun on fire. And that is not okay. As we know, his sister Yasmina did recently move in with him. I told you that we were going to be having her move in because she was going to help raise the little girl, and then the little girl passed away. So now it's just him and his sister again, just like it was him and Alba there for a while, and then Alba obviously passed away during childbirth. Now it is him and Yasmina. They're living together in this house. Yasmina obviously is not going to marry and have children. He was not going to marry and have children, but now he has this thought in his mind that he wants to have a child. He got a taste of that, taking care of little Beatrice, and he's just like, I want this. Now, I don't think he has any types of relationships with anyone other than family members. No, he does not. But we are going to have him go, and he's going to meet some people, and hopefully he can try to have a bit of a relationship with someone. I'm not sure who he's going to be able to create relationships with, but I do want him to create some relationships. So we are going to have him travel and do just that. So let's travel with him and see if he can meet some people that he could potentially strike up a bit of a relationship with. Obviously, I kind of want him to be with, as odd as it is, someone that's in the family tree. And I know that's weird, but I just think that would make sense. So I think I'm going to have him approach Carly like. And see how they get on. Because as we know, Carly like just lost her husband. She's raising children by herself. I don't think she necessarily wants love. She doesn't necessarily want even more children. But she is in a vulnerable state. She is, she's alone. She's vulnerable. She is mourning. And I think that Archibald would come around. He would kind of give her a little bit of attention. He would, flirt with her maybe a little bit, and he would be kind of funny, and he would maybe, let's knock on the door and get him entrance into her house. Love at first sight. When Archibald met Carly, a wave of longing washed over him. It's somehow as if Carly could see into the very depths of his soul. And although they've just barely met, it's clear that fate has bound them together. Wow. Okay. Go knock on the door, because honestly, you're about to burn to death. Honestly. Go knock on her door and get entrance to her home. Don't chat with her. Just see if she'll let you into her house. Okay, go inside. All right. Call her over to you. Call her over. But anyway, I think, obviously he fell in love with her the first sight of her. So I think he kind of has some kind of feelings for her. He's kind of like, I can't marry her because I can't, but I want to be with her. I want to have children with her. And, I think that he wants to woo her. He wants to, have some kind of something about her. Something is drawing her to him, and he wants to explore that. I think part of him would even want to make her a vampire so that she could be with him for forever. But I don't know how she would feel about that. But I think he's contemplating all of these things. I wanted you to call her to you so that you weren't outside in the sun. Like, this is not actually working out as I had planned here. Oh my gosh. Carly, can you not just go into your home and talk with this man? He's literally going to catch fire and burn to death.
Samso Zabado.
Seriously, go in the house. Oh my God. Well, he's like, I'm going to make out with her. Fire, hell hath burned skin. Like, whatever. Like, he doesn't even care that he's burning to death. I care that you're burning to death, Archibald. I care. So they have some romance. They have some friendliness. Please go enter her home. Please go enter her home. Just come inside. Come inside this house. Both of you. He's like, I'm not going to do it. Yes, you are, sir. And then call her over to you. There you go. Come on in, Carly. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now we can stroke her cheeks. He's going to, like, you know, basically he's just being really romantic with her because he's smitten by her. And I think that she is really appreciating the contact. She's really appreciating all of the things that he is doing with her. We know she's vulnerable. She's really missed the touch of another. She's missed this contact and this closeness. And he's going to compliment her appearance. And she's just really, really, I don't know. She's just really, compared to Long Lost Love, she's just really missed this contact. And she's finding herself taken by him. And because of that, he's like, I think maybe I've got a chance with her. And because of that, he is growing even closer to her. He is wanting her even more. And he can drink her plasma, but he can't turn her into a vampire. So there's that. Throughout the conversation, Archibald got the impression that Carly finds him quite attractive, making him wonder if he has the right idea. Well, maybe you do have the right idea. Maybe you can have a first kiss with her. I mean, you've already been making out with her, so why not have a first kiss? I mean, there's that. But Carly's finding that she's really, really liking him. You know, she is really liking him. And he is going to attempt to get her in the sack, basically. He is like, I think that we should take this to the bedroom. And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, I won't tell anyone if you won't tell anyone. And she's like, it's really frowned upon. And he's like, I understand that, but you know, there's just something about you that has drawn me to you. And I just really feel like, you know, we're meant to be. And she's like, okay, I've obviously I feel that pull as well. And I never thought I'd feel that way about anyone ever again. And she's really surprised that she is feeling that way because she never did feel that she would feel that way again about anyone. You know, she wasn't looking for love. She wasn't looking for anything. And she never thought that she would be interested in anyone because she had really sworn off love. She really didn't want to progress with anyone else after she lost her husband. And now here she is with this guy who's charming and sweet and saying all these right things and making her feel some kind of way. And here she is jumping into the bed with him, and she's just kind of shocked by how she's feeling, and she's not understanding all of these feelings, but she doesn't understand he's a vampire, and she doesn't know that he's a vampire, and that he has these ways of kind of making her want him and desire him, and he maybe is using some kind of like powers on her or something. And so we are going to obviously switch controls if I can here. Switch to control this household. Yes, save and switch to this household. I want to switch and control Carly because I do want to have a pregnancy test. We're going to see if that woohoo had any effect on her. I do want to see if Archibald is going to be getting her with child. And obviously, you know, that is really important to know, like, is he going to be successful in this? And is he going to be having a baby? And if he is, you know, how is Carly going to take this news? Because she was never expecting to have another child, and she is not necessarily, you know, in a position that she can really take care of more children. Like, she's a single mom of already 2 children, and now here she is going to be having a third one possibly, and with someone that she's not married to. She's going to obviously have ridicule and shame attached to her name if she is pregnant, and she's probably not going to like that very much. It's going to be the scandal of the season. And, you know, he's thinking to himself, like, I could make her into a vampire. She could live with me forever. We could have this baby. It could be so great, because he's fallen in love with her. She's not pregnant. And so he's like, I want so much for her to be with me. And so I think that he's going to, because she's not pregnant, he's going to attempt to try this again with her. And they will continue to try to have a child, because he has decided that he's in love with her from love at first sight. And I think that he's going to want her to be the person that he's chosen to have his child. Even though he knows he can't marry her, even though he knows that she's going to have a little bit of scandal attached to her name, he realizes the human lifespan is so short in comparison to what he's going to face, that he's like, it's a risk worth taking. So she is going to ask him to be her boyfriend. He can be her boyfriend. They can't marry, but he's like, I'll be your boyfriend. So they are going to be in a relationship, and they are going to try again for a baby. If I can get her to maybe try that with him again. No, don't propose to him. We don't want to propose. What are these little ones doing? She's like, I'm starving to death. I'm in here tearing up shit, but I'm starving to death. I don't think there's any food in this house. No, there's not. But we'll get Carly to come in here and maybe make some food. Maybe. We can make some gruel. We'll get Carly to make some gruel. It'll be fine. And then, Carly, when you're done with that, you can take a pregnancy test. He's like, what are you doing? She's like, I've been thinking about this a lot and wanted to ask if you'd like to live together. I don't know about that. I don't think it's the right time. So he is really, really smitten with her. Like, he wants to live with her and everything. Like, he is really into her. But I don't know that that's the best plan of action. I am going to see if she's pregnant. If for some reason you guys feel that they should actually live together, you can let me know what you think. And I will contemplate moving them in together to live together. if that's something that you think that we should do if she ends up pregnant. So do let me know in the comments if you think that they should live together. In the meantime, we're going to take this pregnancy test. We're going to see she is pregnant. So they are having a child. She's going to let him know that they're pregnant. We are coming up on the last part of this. We are in December of 1384. She has let him know she is expecting his child. She's actually really, really thrilled about it, even though she knows it's going to be a bit of a scandal, even though she knows that she can't handle having another child on her own. She's really, really happy that she's having this child with Archibald, because she actually did catch feelings for him. And she wasn't expecting that she would ever feel about this, like this way about another person in her life. And she really does have feelings for him. If you look at their panel, it says that she perceives him as extremely attractive and she sees him as her soulmate. And they're lovers. To be in love is a beautiful thing. He's really upset right now because she actually rejected his residency. Did Carly let down Archibald by not agreeing to move in together? And he's feeling guilty because of that. He doesn't understand why they can't live together. And she doesn't feel that they're close enough. Archibald feels very hurt by Carly's rejection. He thought they were closer than that. Oh no. So she's hurt their relationship a little bit by telling him no, they couldn't live together. He doesn't understand why she wouldn't want to live with him. And so that's really, really tragic that he is kind of feeling those feelings. He, like I said, fell in love with her at first sight, and he really, really has a lot of strong feelings for her. He knows he can't marry her. He knows that she's a human and she's going to die well beyond, really soon, in comparison to his immortal life. But he loves her, and he wants to spend what time she has on this earth with her. And he doesn't feel like there's anything wrong with that. And now she's having his baby, and he's thrilled about all of that, and he wants to live with her. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but we are going to go ahead and we are going to leave this decision up to you guys. You let me know what you think about her and Archibald potentially living together. Let me know if you think they should do that. And I am going to go ahead and leave this part here. We are going to be heading into 1385, obviously next. But let's go ahead and jump over to our just chatting screen. So that was it for 1384. We had a lot go on. We had obviously Xavier getting married. We had Archibald coming up with this huge life decision and deciding that he wanted to have a child and going against the rules of basically not marrying and not having children and maybe creating some social scandal. We had some birthdays and then our historical fact. And for 1385, we are going to have several births that are coming in. Births. No, not births. I wish. We are going to have some births, but we are going to have several deaths that we have to roll for, which is going to be pretty tragic. And then we have some birthdays, and we're going to have a couple of weddings that we're going to have to do. I was hoping that we would actually start finding some suitors in this portion of the part that we would start setting them up, but that didn't take place. We didn't have enough time for that. So we will just find them their love in the first part of 1385, and we will get them set up for that and get them married, and it'll just be a swift kind of romance kind of thing. Unless I can go ahead and get them kind of set up on like in between in the background. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave this off here. Thanks so much for joining me for the second part of 1384. And I will see you again in our next Ultimate Decades stream. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.
you close. Ooh, ooh, closer than before. And no one knows. Ooh, ooh, that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings. I'll just